Everybody, Adam here. Welcome back. In today's video, we're continuing on with Mini Motorways, and specifically we're going to be playing Dar Es Salaam in classic mode. Looking at the scores, always like to try to get into the top 15% or so. Looks like we're going to be aiming for maybe 18, 1900 points at a minimum. Not sure what challenges we're going to see in this particular city, but should be challenging. Always interesting to see what the game throws at you. And always one of those things where just when you feel like you've got things kind of under control, that's exactly when you don't have it under control. Always lures you into a false sense of security on these early moments in the level. And so basic goal here, we're trying to connect the colored houses to the appropriate colored shopping areas and stores and make sure that we can fulfill all the demand from the stores. Always try to keep the roadways specific to one color whenever possible so that we don't end up with multiple colors crisscrossing across different parts of these roads, which would just add traffic and confusion and slowness. And look at that. We've already got a little bit of excitement here with the two red stores right beside each other. It's not too bad. It works out fairly smoothly, but it just ends up with intersections here where the cars are going to have to crisscross over. Shouldn't be an issue for most of this first part of the game, but might become a bigger deal later on in the game when one of these potentially upgrades to an arena or whatever it might be, but basically something that, demands a lot more traffic. But in these early stages, the number of cars going back and forth is pretty minimal, pretty small. Shouldn't hopefully run into any issues. And we're about to reach the end of the week, which will be nice. We'll get some additional roads potentially, maybe our first motorway. Not that we need a motorway yet, but always great if you can have one in reserve. I don't know if there's too much utility in the traffic lights, so I'm going to take the roundabout plus 20 road tiles. Never hurts to have a bunch of road stored up here. And we'll just bring this yellow down here. It's pretty reasonable. Even that is fairly reasonable. In terms of house location, stores, the ability for us to run roads across. Nothing too crazy yet. Like I said, that's always when the game really starts to throw some curveballs at you, because felt like we got through the early setup on the last map in pretty good shape, and then it all just went sideways, and it's like then you start having to make all the compromises in terms of what color of vehicles are going to be on each of the roadways, how you're going to crisscross. So far, it doesn't seem like we're going to need bridges, although it seems like there might be a bit of water on the side. It's a little awkward there. Oops, let's back that up. That's still not a bad color and position for the blue houses and store. Yeah, okay, so we're starting to see as the map expands out, you can see there is a bit of water over on the edge, but nothing that is going to cause us trouble at the moment. It really only will cause us mild difficulties if there's islands off the coast. If it's just the edge of the map, then it shouldn't be too difficult to navigate, but we'll just have to see what gets uncovered as the map continues to expand outward. Everything's pretty smooth so far. Yeah, I don't know what the point of traffic lights really. Like I know how they work, but I just don't know if they really provide that much value. And especially in this case, it's like I'll take the 30 road tiles. We're going to need those for sure. Yeah, okay, well that is annoying. The red and even that. Let's see, can we back that just straight up like that? So that's a little bit annoying where that red popped in, but we can deal with that. And I was going to say with the reds over here, feel like we should make use of the roundabout here. It's probably a good place for the roundabout. It's a long way for that second red house to go to get to that store over there, but I think we can make that work. Long way for the yellows. Oops, sorry, tree. Long way for the yellows to go there, but still not bad. Oh, and look, we are getting land on the other side of that water, so bridges are probably going to be a necessary thing at some point. Other than the reds here with this silly red store off on the side, I feel like everything is lining up still fairly well. The second store here by the yellow might be the first one where things start to go a bit sideways. But still feeling pretty good about things, which I'm nervous to say because that does probably mean that things are going to go crazy in a few moments, but that's not what I want. How do I get you? No, we just want you to, oh, I need more road. Motorway or bridge? I think we can let's do the motorway. I feel like you're hard pressed to, like a motorway will get you across water. I just think it's hard to give up on the offer of a motorway unless you've got some really, really good reasons. The bridge could have been useful, but also probably even the bigger thing, I think there was more road with the bridge, which would have been nice because now we're down to three road, but we've still got things. I was gonna say we still got things in a reasonable place, but maybe not so much. Let's see what we can do here. Drop that motorway on. It's still not bad. I don't know what's going to happen with this second store by the yellow here. That's probably going to be like, feel like we're on the edge of craziness here. Things are going to start to go sideways. But we are in the back half of the week, so we should get more roads, etc. in a moment. think everything's got a reasonable amount of supply in terms of, houses hooked up to it. I hope we don't have to deal with that. This island over here, the island worries me. That is going to be a trouble spot. You just know that things will be annoying over there. Sunday, so we should get materials shortly. We're up to 160 points. It's pretty good. I think we need to take the bridge this time with the 20 tiles. Don't think we can, especially since we don't have that motorway available anymore. That was pretty much a necessary spot for the motorway. And then we've got the upgrade on the red shopping center here. It's the arena or theater or whatever. Let's bring this over to there. It should give us, I had been worried about that, the amount of supply for that particular shopping center. So I think this helps alleviate that. And honestly, I feel like we could recoup a bunch of road here and just funnel this red onto the roundabout here and just use it over here. But I'm going to leave it for the time being just so we don't open up space for the game to do something weird. We got lots of road. And then we bring those yellows on over here. Actually, I think we'll bring you down onto that. Let's recoup some road there because this has got the arena upgrade as well, so it's going to need a lot of demand, it's going to have a lot of demand, need a lot of people driving in. Still feeling okay about things, which makes me nervous. Everything's still pretty neatly laid out though, which I always appreciate. The longer you can keep things neat, the better. Motorway, I think we need to go with the motorway. I know we're probably going to need another bridge here, but yeah, see, there you go. Let's put that motorway up there. That will help keep things neat over there, or fairly neat anyways. Always good when you can have the cars going into the right side of the big shopping multiplex. Don't like having to use the motorway immediately though, because it means then we've got a whole 3/4 of the week to go with no bridges and no motorways. So that, we got the upgrade on the light blue there, which is still pretty doable, I think. We've got enough supply here. And more coming online, more houses there. Yellow's gonna need to come down this way. We've got a lot of yellow feeding into just this little guy over here. We may need to fire more over to the arena side of things, but I still feel like that's not doing too badly over there. We've gone over 300 for our score, so that is a good sign. Everything seems to be keeping up for the most part. We could probably use another light blue house or two, but still we're keeping on top of that. Nothing seems out of control. Guess we'll take another motorway. I really would like some more road tiles, but let's see, what can we do here? I feel like let's go like that, and then let's take you up to that. It's a bit of a crazy addition onto that bit there, but I think that's okay. We've got yellow. You know what we're gonna do? Let's with the yellows coming in here, I feel like we don't need to have that extra bit of red roadway. I'm gonna bring the yellows in that side. I don't necessarily love that because that means they're coming in the opposite side of, yeah, we don't even have enough road to go around to the other side anyways. Which way? We want you to go down, not up. Because this has got the upgrade down here, so that's where we need some extra houses. I think we still have everything connected and looking fairly good. And that's going to be a bit annoying. Guess we can't even bring that up anywhere. I guess we need to do a motorway. So if we drag that to there and then we go off of that. Shifting these blue houses around because we don't need a ton for this one store, but there's going to be a lot of demand down here. Bridge and 20 tiles or road, just 30 road tiles. I think we want the bridge and 20 because I'm nervous about what this island is going to do over here. We've got blue houses over here, which is mildly annoying. We'll get those connected in. Gives us a ton. It gives us 5 for that top one. We've got 6 for these two here. We may need to, I think we'll do that. Honestly, I love having all those road junctions, intersections, but I think we need the capacity. Oh, we got a red guy down here. You should go up onto that. That is pesky, but that's fine. We'll just leave him this blue house over here by itself for now. I don't think it's worth fiddling with the yellows. Got eight road tiles and the bridge. in case we need it. More yellow. There we go. There's the red. That was mildly annoying. So if we go here, what we really want to do is to go around. You're kidding me. We're one road short. That is silliness. Actually, let's take that in there, and then let's take that in there, because that'll let us get that hooked up to there. And then we should be able to can we take, feel like we want to, let's backtrack that. Okay, so we got to play this out to let some of these roadways go. We're on the verge of some craziness here. There's a red house up there. What is that doing? So we need, oh, that's good. Okay, so let's take a roundabout and 20. Let's do the roundabout in 20. Okay, so let's pause. So the yellows have pulled away from here, so we can run that in there. And then I feel like if we put a roundabout like right there, we should, no, let's not make that a curvy road. No, we don't want that connecting there. There. We bring that on to there. Make sure that all these red houses are connected. This is just annoying. I can't use that red there. We do that onto there. How would we go about getting that? It's because these purples are here. I feel like I can get, yeah, I don't feel like this red one is very accessible at the moment. But maybe that's okay. Maybe we don't need it. Maybe we've got enough with all of these houses here. Kind of nervous. I don't want this to get out of hand. Let's do that. Let's give ourselves a couple options for vehicles to move through. So if we start that running again, I just want to make sure that we get this red running down. Oh, and how are we going to get you guys all the way up? How are we going to get these all going in the right direction? What can we do? Those blues are such an awkward spot. Wonder if we can. Let's see here. Can we bring that house down to there, and that one down to there? We take that off. We're gonna need some stuff going in a hurry to the blue there, but I'm wondering if I can get rid of the motorway here and use the motorway up there. Okay, pause. So if we basically took this motorway from like down here, if we took that all the way up to there, we've got 7 road. Can we get, let's see if we can get this. That red is a bit annoying because we lose access to it there. But at least I think that lets us give everything the road access it needs. Yeah, the blue one over here, another red one over, like, so annoying. Not in useful spots. We'll leave that road there. I don't like the way that looks, but it's fine. Can we do a little optimization here? You know, we've reached a certain point in the game when we start trying to get back like 1 or 2 pieces of road here and there. We're up over 870 though. I feel like that's still pretty good. What was I was going to connect that in there. Motorway and 10 road or 30 road. 30 road would be nice. We do have a bridge. Maybe we take the 30 road. Maybe that is the best option. Get that purple house pointed in the right direction. We can get these yellows hooked in. Purples are still good. Reds are running into trouble. What can we do? What can we do? We've just got so many reds now that are outside. What can we do? That's funny though, because we've only got 4 red houses that aren't connected. Yeah, this is a mess down here. Why is there a yellow on that road? Okay, let's take that off. There should not be. Let's put a roundabout. Want. Okay, let's not do the roundabout there then. What if we I feel like we've got a lot of red vehicles around. What do we do? I mean, I guess we can do that for the time being. If we bring that on, that gives us access to 2 more houses there. These ones are going to be hard to get anywhere. Can we actually get these anywhere useful? Well, I guess we could do this to try to keep things alive. We can do that. Don't love that, but at least it gives us access. Now we've got all four of those extra red houses with access to the stores. So if we run that, yeah, all the cars are coming out, which is good. Just gonna have a lot of chaos. I feel like now that the yellows aren't on this intersection on this side, we should be in a better spot. We do have that alarm there, which I don't love. It's crazy. Okay, we got over 1,000. That is a good, and then a red store up there. Perfect. Alarms everywhere. No, I don't know what that was doing, but let's not do that, whatever that was. If we go and bring this through here, maybe that makes that a little easier. Does that give us a bit more access? This one's going to alarm out before we can do anything, isn't it? Like 1,100. We're in like, oh, we got yellow store up there, but this, we need people into this shopping center. Get the cars in there. Get the cars. This isn't even a yellow. Okay, let's get the yellows out there. That's annoying. Now we're just crisscrossing all our roads. Now and yellows everywhere. How did that? Oh, okay. What do we got? Roundabout in 20 or a bridge in 20? Well, let's do the bridge. I don't know that we really need it. Yeah, this one is gonna come out of nowhere to be the one that sinks us. Over 1,200. It's not gonna be enough. It's not a top 15. Yeah, it's crazy that one came from out of nowhere to be the one that sinks us. Let's see. If we go to the menu. What is that? We unlocked the challenge, but in classic, top 45. That is brutal. That's not where I want it to be. Let's do this again and let's see. Let's see if we can make this better. I am not satisfied with top 45. Let's go to fast speed. Should be able to at least do the fast speed for the first little bit. We can keep up with things, I think, without any issue. That was just crazy, though. Crazy, crazy. Let's bring this up to there. So we still have 2 houses for each store. It's still bonkers that it's that red store came in at the top of the map, and that's the one that went sideways. because it was just so far away. I didn't feel like we had, was it 3 motorways that we had? Let's do the roundabout and 20. I don't know, I'm gonna have to try playing with the traffic lights one of these days. I just don't, they don't seem as a concept to be super useful. We've got the blue store. That works fairly well. I feel like got a good layout of things. I feel like there's not a lot of opportunity for things to come in the middle. But even if you don't get weird things popping up in the middle of stuff, you get, oh, no, that's just good grief game. What are you doing? If we, how do we get this? Let's run this round. Need some of that road back. I think it should be fine. We should be able to. We should be able to get that road back before anything goes too haywire. I know there's times where you need to do you need to have multiple colors on the roads, but let's grab the 30. You know, it's just, it is nice when you can, actually, where can we, I don't know if we can make this work exactly the way, I guess we'll do that for now. We'll just leave it like that. I was going to say, can we fit a roundabout in here? What if we put a roundabout up here? And if we go like that, and then we go over to, go like that. Yeah, I like that better for the road shape. Not that way. What was I saying? I think I was talking about I don't mind having multiple colors on one road if it makes sense. And I think there are definitely points where you just have to, that is the most optimal way. But I think whenever you can get single colors per road as well as, a set of houses to one store, I just think it gives you more control, which is always my preference. I think it's just easier. Tidy that road bit up over there. Well, that kind of works where that popped in. That wasn't my first, that wouldn't have been my first choice for a new store location. But if we put this here, and if we go like that, and we go like that, I think that should be pretty reasonable. And if we run these on like that, I think we have to grab the motorway and the road tiles. I mean, last time we only had houses on the other side of the water. feel like if we end up in that situation again, I'm going to use a motorway to bring those houses in contact with the rest of the map rather than a bridge. Because I feel like the difficulty with those houses just ends up being how far away they are. It's hard to keep them. That was some interesting road shape there. Guess we will drag that on there. Don't love that, but let's grab road tiles. Then let's get rid of this, and then let's pause that. Pause. We'll take the motorway. Let's motorway the purples. Like that. I don't love that to go all the way over that road. I mean, maybe we just do that and then that. That seems reasonable. So I don't love how long this yellow road is, but that's funny, the two blue houses there. Purple, awkwardly located. What are you doing there, purple? What are you doing there? We will make it work, but that is just awkward and annoying. Let's pump it up to the fast speed again, see if we can zip forward and do better. Let's grab the, I don't like just taking 10 road with the motorway, but let's take the motorway because I feel like we're going to need that soon. I think we'll end up using it in place of a bridge most likely. Yeah, because you're going to do some stuff over here, aren't you, red? Let's give it a moment and see where these go. We can run you that way. We can run you that way. Oh, well, that's not what I expected, but so we've got the blue shopping mall over here. All of our blues are on this stretch here. Feel like we can maybe take that over like that. And you know what? It's like maybe the better approach there. Let's bring that, and then let's take that up to like there. So there's no need to fiddle with making those cars go any farther than they need to. So we're approaching 300, which is okay, but we really want to be aiming for Ugh. So we got a red arena up here. Okay, so we're gonna need, or I was gonna say though that we're really aiming for, we want to get up to 2,000. Let's do the motorway and the road. Let's pause this. Oh, that's not what I want. Why are you? Can we make, let's take, that's just awkwardly positioned. It's fine, we'll bring that there. Can't get you through the middle. Let's run that for a moment so we can get the other motorway so that we can drop that onto there and take that over to there. And then I feel like we can take you up to there, and you can come over onto there as well. I think that should help. Oh boy, what is going on? Why are you? I mean, I guess that works. Then we need that to go on like that. Then we really need this to come around. I guess we don't even need to go that low. We need to run to try to get our road back. Blue, we can't hook you up yet. Need this road so that we can go like that. And then we can get that hooked in there. How many? We got 3 there for 2. And then we've got 4 for 1 down here, so I feel like we should go like that. Give ourselves another yellow up that way. And let's pump up the speed and see if we can get some more. Another, so annoying. Why are you doing this? Annoying, annoying, annoying. Let's take the bridge in 20. I don't know if we want that. Well, I think we do. So first off, we've got yellows awkwardly positioned here again. So I think that gives us, trouble is we need more yellows, but let's see, okay. We bring these 3 reds down. I think we can take you, it's not the right round, that's not the right color. Not the right color. These are awkwardly positioned. Okay, I don't think red's not blowing up. So let's not worry about the reds for the moment. 8 still is not going to get us. We're not going to, yeah. That's annoying. That is, if we take that across, let's run that for a moment. Need those roads back. I'm going to try to optimize these yellows because I feel like yellow is the trouble spot at the moment. And what is going to sink us if we're not careful. Oh, then our awkwardly positioned red. Let's pause that for a second. Let's bring, nope, that's not what I wanted. You stay that way, but you're gonna come around this. Ah, those reds. Reds are annoying. Don't know. Man, I don't want these yellows to destroy us here. We really need that, that. Is that going to be enough? Oh, and then red's down there. What are you doing? And then it went to an arena already. Good grief. Good grief. Come on, give me a road piece back. Let's take the bridge and the 20. Okay. So if we bring that through there, ugh, we're gonna have to take, these are gonna have to go across there. I just can't do anything else at the moment. So annoying. I think we need to bring you down onto there. Kind of almost feel like I need to bring you guys up through here as well. Now let's leave that for the time being. I don't need to totally blow up every intersection. We just don't have enough yellow houses, do we? Yeah, it's gonna be a mess. Light blue over there. Like if we don't get a motorway, I don't know how we're gonna, how are we ever going to make that work? And it's gonna sink us before it even, oh, what do you mean, another one? What the heck? What the heck, man? Okay, motorway, let's pause that. I don't know if we can save this in time. So that needs to go over there. That just has to happen. What if we got rid of that motorway and if we went like that's not something I don't want whatever that ugliness was. So if we do that, maybe we can actually get these ones have to get up there in a hurry. Can we do, what if, is this actually got, that does nothing's running on it yet. What if we take the motorway from, what if we go like that and we take this motorway and go over to there, and then when we get the other motorway, we take this to there. Feel like that might work. I just like that this is a shorter distance with more houses, so I feel like maybe we can survive this. Yeah, it's not going to be enough. Get in or around there. Come on. Come on, cars. Okay, the fire is, we succeeded on the top part. Now we need that to there. Can we? Yeah, I don't think there's much else we can do at the moment. I think that should solve the short-term problems. What are you guys doing on this road? These dark blue ones. So annoying. What do we want now? Roundabout and road or bridge? Let's do the roundabout. Let's see. What can we... Okay, so I feel like what we need to do is we need to... like this needs to come down there. And that at least makes things a little quieter in some ways. If we get those going there, how do I get these reds around these blues? What do I do with, can we actually drop this in here? Is it better like that? Maybe it's better like that. not that way. I want it to come down and into the roundabout. Should mean that we can get rid of that. Brings those together. Okay, we need to run for a minute to get some of these road back. Just trying to optimize the chaos at the moment. I think it's the only thing we really can do. So we've got some roadway back. Oh, what did you? We got more of those. Don't want that to go into that. But I do want this to come up into that. Can we? So that gives us access to like 4 more. Can we? If we go like that, and then we go like that. And then if we take this and we go down there, so that way all of these reds can help all 3 of these, but then I gain another red to help with the arena one down here. We've given ourselves these blues, dark blues that can come over and help us on this side. Maybe. Let's see what the chaos looks like. 1, 2, 3. Do we have enough yellows for that top, those top ones? Still feel like we're short yellow. Still feels like we're short yellow houses. All right, wait a second. How do we get more purple? Is there a yellow store over here now? What the heck? Like, we're slightly better than we were last time, but I don't feel like we're going to be night and day, but I guess there's just so much volume of traffic. We're just going to end up being a bit better anyways. It's not really any road I can, oh, maybe there is here. Let's do that. Let's get that back. That's only one piece of road though. That's not going to be enough to get me anywhere. It's not going to be enough. Let's run. Like, we've got so many yellows over here. Let's run it and see. I feel like we're going to get crushed on this purple over here. Dark blue though as well. More yellow? What? Over 1,400, but that purple is just not going to survive. Is it? No. Road tiles. I don't know that we're going to be able to survive that purple. But even if we do, how are we going to survive the yellow or the dark? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's crazy. Just getting things dumped in random spots at the moment, and nothing is. What do we do? What do we do? Look at why is there a red one tucked in there? This is where it all goes to heck. Game just starts stuffing things in all over the place. I guess we run over this purple's gonna destroy us. Yeah. Almost 1,500? Where does that put us? Top 30%. Well, I mean, considering the way the map blows up, that's not horrible, but that is not where I wanted to be. I think we're going to leave it at that, though. I think we will need to return here in the future and see if we can optimize this map. But what a doozy. That's a hard one. It it looks like next time we've got London set up, which should be fun. It looks like it's got trains that are moving around that you're dealing with. Should be interesting and fun to work with. But yeah, definitely a difficult map. Dar es Salaam. Happy that we improved a little bit on that second run, and I think there's definitely some things that we could do with roundabouts potentially and motorways to uh, optimize a little bit more. But the chaos is very real. The game just starts throwing so much stuff at you there in terms of volume and crazy positioning. Very hard to deal with, but a fun game and interesting to see the challenges they throw at you. Now, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. And thank you very much for watching. We will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.